Did you guys hear the latest heartbreaking story of yet another one of our favorite characters leaving their show? That's right, a little birdie told us that Jay Halstead would be exiting the legendary Chicago PD. And as is the drill, we're here to give you all the tiny details of this latest chaos. But beware, we're entering spoiler territory, so proceed at your own risk. To begin with, here's the crux of the story. Jay Halstead's departure from Chicago PD in Season 10 is unusual, but it also serves as the final nail in Upstead's coffin. Audiences knew that Jay Halstead's final season on Chicago PD would be his last, as Jesse Lee Soffer moved on from the police procedural. But here's the deal, they weren't expecting such a shocking exit that would burn all his bridges. Halstead's resignation from the intelligence unit resulted in the loss of 9 years of character development, leaving his wife, Haley Upton, stunned and in tears. If you haven't watched it already, we suggest you keep tissues ready. Don't say we didn't warn you. Coming up, here's a look at how it all began. Halstead began acting out in the 2 episodes preceding his departure, a behavior that would serve as his springboard out of the series. He snuck around with Hank Voight, avoided protocol, and lied during interrogations to elicit information from suspects. But with no idea why his behavior had changed so drastically, his decision to go straight again and join a drug task force in Bolivia felt hollow and jarring. Most importantly, it left too many questions unanswered between him and Upton. Jay Halstead was the intelligence unit's moral judge for 9 seasons. Then, in Season 10, Halstead began to resemble Voight. And before you come for us, these were his own words. That, of course, is not Halstead, and he changed his mind when Upton and Voight devised another cover-up in Season 10, Episode 3, A Good Man. And yet, his decision to drop everything and relocate to Bolivia for 8 months is as out of character as his previous actions. Now, here are all the nitty-gritty details. His inability to handle Voight-level shady police work is hardly reason enough to abandon his wife and career. It unfairly blames Voight for Halstead's resignation. Instead of tearing Jay Halstead apart, the show should have let him go while doing something honorable, honest, and just. Worse, despite their strong friendship, Jay leaves the force and the country without consulting Upton. Though fans expected Halstead's departure to bring an end to Upstead, no one could have predicted how bad it would end. It's as if the writers intended to end Upstead by making Halstead's shady behavior the catalyst for divorce, but then decided to keep them together at the last minute. Though the two remain married in A Good Man, Halstead puts the final nail in Upstead's coffin by tricking Upton into letting him go as if she had a choice. Despite his claim that she is the love of his life, the pain he inflicted is too much for their relationship to bear. Could it get any worse? And that's not all. Jay Halstead's exit hints at a bigger One Chicago problem. Next up, let's learn more about that. Character turnover is nothing new in the One Chicago universe. The departure of Halstead from Chicago PD is the latest in a series of rocky character exits that feel empty and pointless, such as Evan Hawkins' death in the Chicago fire. Keeping the Halstead ship as Jay departs mimics the worst parts of Matthew Casey's Chicago fire departure. While Brettsey breaks up quickly after Casey's goodbye, PD appears to be intent on prolonging Upton's antagony. She could end up in an angry, lonely, and bitter arc for the rest of Season 10, which would contradict the confident and self-assured detective fans have grown to love. According to Chicago PD, the relationship should end, or Halstead should die off-screen. The latter would prevent future guest visits, but given how out of character he became, it's possible that it wouldn't matter. Jay Halstead's departure was essentially meaningless. Wouldn't you agree? It makes no sense to give the fan-favorite character a sudden, brief, bad boy arc before his farewell. In the final scene, Haley's eyes scream, "What is happening?" Sadly, this question is not adequately answered before Halstead boards the first plane to Bolivia. If Chicago PD still has any respect for Halstead, or Upstead for that matter, However, the writers will find a way to end his story on a high note before the end of season 10. We're sure you're all wondering why Jesse Lee Soffer left Chicago PD. Now, here's what we know. Jesse Lee Soffer's departure from the NBC series means that the Chicago Police Department's intelligence unit will look different in season 10. Even before Chicago PD premiered on NBC in 2014, Soffer played Detective Jay Halstead. In season 2 of Chicago Fire, the show that launched the One Chicago universe, the actor made his debut. He's appeared on the police procedural since then, but he'll be leaving sometime in the upcoming season. Jay Halstead has become ingrained in One Chicago, making Jesse Lee Soffer's departure a significant blow to the team. The character has experienced highs and lows, but his influence extends far beyond his specific show. Losing the character, but the series decides to write Jay off, will have repercussions throughout the intelligence unit and One Chicago. So why is Jesse Lee Soffer leaving the Chicago Police Department? Jesse Lee Soffer's departure follows another shakeup at Wolf Entertainment, that of Kelly Giddish's departure from Law and Order SVU. Soffer expressed his gratitude to Chicago PD fans in a statement to Variety, saying that he wants to thank the incredible fans for their unwavering support over the past 10 years. Moreover, he also thanked those who played key roles in the show's production. His statement was praised for his time as a series regular on the long-running show. He did not, however, reveal the specifics of his departure. So the short answer is that there is no known reason for Jesse Lee Soffer's departure from Chicago PD during season 10. That truth may or may not be revealed one day, depending on when or if he chooses to elaborate. Following his statement, the actor tweeted that this is unfortunate but true. According to Variety, his final episode will air sometime in the fall. Regardless of what that short timeline means for Soffer's presence this season, Chicago PD should be able to bid Jay Halstead a fond farewell. Coming up, who was Jay Halstead really on Chicago PD? Before joining the intelligence unit, the character served in the United States Army as a specialist with the 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment. Jay quickly made a name for himself within the team as a compassionate and smart man who was good at his job after joining Chicago PD. That job frequently required high-stakes, risky tasks, such as when he was kidnapped and tortured in season 7. Jay was also frequently confronted with Hank Voight's concerning tactics. Jay's first partner, Aaron Lindsay, left the show in season 4. As they were affectionately known, Linstead was also one of One Chicago's first major romantic relationships. Following Lindsay's departure, Jay found new love with his new partner Haley Upton, forming Upstead. In season 9, the couple married, complicating Soffer's exit even more. Jay's relationships within the franchise, such as the one with his older brother Will Halstead on Chicago Med, were some of the most pivotal across the franchise's 3 series. To nail it in that he's leaving, Jesse Lee Soffer shared a final behind-the-scenes picture ahead of his departure. The actor who plays Detective Jay Halstead posted a behind-the-scenes photo of co-stars Tracy Spiridakos and Jason Begay on Instagram. Let's look at the details. He captioned the post with 2 heart emojis, and the photo showed them sitting on a picnic bench outside a warehouse while the show's crew worked around them. But of course, the snap left many fans in tears, with many revealing that they were crying, and others writing, "We're going to miss Jay." Jesse, who has played Detective Halstead since the NBC series debuted in 2014, announced in late August that he would leave early in the upcoming 10th season. He mentioned how creating this hour-long drama week after week has been a labor of love for everyone involved. Moreover, he said he would be forever grateful for his time as Detective Jay Halstead. After the news broke, he took to Twitter to say a few more words to his fans. "This is sad but true. Just want all the fans to know how grateful I am," he wrote. "You guys are why we do it. It has been an honor. Love you all." Tracy, who plays Haley Upton on the NBC cop drama, took to Instagram after the news broke to pay tribute to her on-screen husband. She wrote alongside a selfie of the two of them relaxing between scenes. You're the greatest on-screen husband a girl could ask for. She further thanked him for his kindness, friendship, and guidance. We're sending all of you virtual hugs. We know you'll need it after listening to this. That's a wrap. Let us know in the comments below what you think of Jay's exit. Hit like and click that subscribe button, and we will return with another video.